intimidated by the company or particular certain supervisors who they would have to testify against concerning my behalf of being discriminated against. And this was one of the things also that the union rep at that time, he was the union rep at the time when this here was going on in this 3-day investigation. And this was also something that he mentioned that would definitely go to arbitration, to only find out that the union refused to allow this to go to arbitration because they knew it was strong evidence against the company General Mills here in the Kansas City area. So nevertheless, many of the people was afraid to give statements, and he even stated, the union that is, stated that there may have been witnesses who would even given stronger statements had not they been pressured with the intimidation factor, which definitely would have been brought out to arbitration, but it weren't. And I also wanted to just bring to the American peoples that, again, concerning the Joseph B. Brown case about the hang noose incident that you all have seen earlier. My case here and my cause of action, a fight against General Mills, showing that the racism been going on, and this hang loose incident that occurred just in 07, I believe in April of 07, just shows that the racism is still going on, and that General Mills want to keep and hide and keep a lot of this here swept under the rug. And I, as Robert C. Dupree, as a citizen of these United States and as a citizen of the Missouri here, I try to take every legal action I can to have my rights to be upheld, but they've been violated. They've been deprived my equal rights. So, I have no other choice but to try to expose a lot of the racism that is still going on at General Mills, that they're trying to keep and sweep up under the rug. And you can hear the testimony of the young man himself, Joseph B. Brown, who came and made his statement about the hang loose and the racist stuff that he had experienced, on local news TV 5 here, or 4. But nevertheless, a lot of this stuff is still going on, and General Mills is just keeping a lot of this stuff swept up under the rug. And many of the peoples are afraid to come forth and say anything because they know their job is on the line, times are hard, and they do not really want to get up here and just create a lot of problems. And this is another testimony here that I want to bring out concerning what one of the issues about one of the witnesses even stated about the union, and he stated how that the union is in General Mills' pocket, meaning that they're just going to represent who they want to represent, and those who they don't, well, then they won't represent. And this is something that's been going on for years, and this is why come I, as Robert C. Dupree, haven't been represented like I'm supposed to, despite many of the grievances that I have been filing for years, way before I was even terminated. Yet, still nothing wasn't done. And even after my termination, General Mills had gotten the union to withhold information from taking it to arbitration that they knew that was strongly against the company. And this is what and how General Mills operate. And so I want to bring it to the American peoples and to the public and let them know for themselves, and they can see for themselves and be the judge of themselves, because as I stated, the evidence speaks for itself. Now this is still concerning the union here, that General Mills had to keep from taking the case to arbitration because of the prejudice and the things that would have been brought out against the company and my allegations that I had against General Mills for years. And keep in mind that this has been an ongoing battle for years. They terminated me back in December of 99, December 27th of 99, and even though this is 2008, there's been a lot of stuff in between that period of time that has been deprived. I have been deprived of my rights and things to be heard in courts and stuff here, and a lot of the corruption and stuff that's been going on because of the racism and the prejudice in General Mills. They did a lot of stuff to hinder a lot of things here, and a lot of the truth and the evidence, that I was not able to bring out in the courts before a juror. Well, I want to just bring to the attention of the public and the media out here and the American peoples. And here I also want to let the peoples know that this here, what you're about to hear now, is a recorded conversation between me and you at the time when I was still down there at General Mills before my termination. Was the business rep, and he is the one who investigated my cause of action after my termination, and this is what he had to say concerning some of my witnesses and things, and the intimidation factor between and about this particular supervisor and what General Mills was allowing to go on. And so I'd like for the public peoples to hear what was going on here in this cause of action.
Well, I don't know if he was in there at the time. Did he bring up the witnesses and how did they print out statements, sign their names?
Yeah, well, that's basically what he was telling us, telling Ivan, that what's different than what I was telling him. What I was telling him was from those statements. So, and what I've heard subsequently after that, deals of intimidation. People are so afraid of. I've heard even more of that since I took those statements.
Now go ahead. I didn't catch what was that again? You said?
Well, the intimidation. People were afraid to. Some people were afraid to make any comments because they were afraid of retaliation from and intimidation. And I've heard that more since I took those statements than before. So that's something that we would definitely use in an arbitration, because if people are afraid that they're going to be retaliated against, they're reluctant to make statements.
Especially if it's in writing too.
Yeah.
I also want to bring to the American people's attention also concerning my former attorney, that I did take legal action against him and sued him for legal malpractice, to only find out over in the Wyandotte court that the original judge who had taken my case, and this was back in 2005, the original judge who had taken my case had seen the evidence, viewed it, and ordered this case for trial. And once General Mills obviously had found this out, well, for some reason or another, that judge was removed off of my case. Another judge was put on my case who ruled against me, and I did appeal that decision, and it just went on in the Court of Appeal. And anyway, General Mills have certain peoples in position where they can shut things down and try to keep stuff covered up and hid. And just like I said, I did take legal action against my former attorney for such, and when I did, the original judge, he ordered this case for trial, and that judge was removed off the case, and another judge was put on there. And the case, like I just stated, it was appealed, and it just went on through the motion, and nevertheless, all of them was set free from their obligation of being liable for what they have done. And I still want to just let the peoples know a lot of the corruption and stuff that General Mills is doing behind the scene, that they do not want. General Mills do not want the public or the media to be aware of. And they hollering about I signed this agreement in good faith. Well, that agreement was not signed in good faith. It was signed in deceit, because I did not know the full facts of what was going on and what had happened, because had I known, it never would have taken place. And again, the mediator and General Mills, they always aware of certain things, and General Mills is behind a lot of all of this type of stuff that's going on. And I still can't put enough emphasis on the Joseph B. Brown case about the hang noose incident. It's not just about me. It's about the general public and all, and what is involved with the sick disease of racism that is still unfortunately alive and well here in this country of the United States. And so it's just an overall that, we as a peoples who is willing to make a stand against this type of injustice, we need to make a stand against it. And as I stated out earlier, anyone who wants to get in contact with me, they can write me at my P.O. Box. And again, that's my P.O. Box 270501, Kansas City, Missouri 64127. Or they can email me at rdjr1960 yahoo@.com, or they can simply give me a call, area code 816-332-5293. And again, this has been an ongoing battle, and I just want to bring the truth out behind the scene of what General Mills do not want the media, the public, or the world to know.